know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. But my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights, my heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember, tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember, tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. But my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights, my heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember, tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember, tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights, my heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember, tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember, tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Whatever my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Good enough I can remember. Good enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Music Monday on this Monday. Man, y'all smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new. If you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I do is normally make content about sneakers and occasional try-on hauls, but this is Music Monday, something me and Dunks brought at the top of the year in 2023. So definitely smash that like button, sub up. The topics tonight. Normally this is where I would introduce Dunks, but Dunks is getting some extra bread, some extra money right now. So keep grinding, my brother. Respect as always. Also, sign up for that sold out Discord. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. It is free to sign up, man. We talk more than just sneakers over there. We talk a little bit of everything from sports, food, sneakers, of course, definitely music. So definitely different varieties in there. Definitely probably going to add some more channels into the sold out Discord here, probably at the top of the year. But right now, man, just sign up if you haven't done so already. But if y'all notice, like, the channel like name change, it's still gonna be at Jeremy Jones, but most people just been calling me Polo anyway, so I kind of changed the title to Polo. So hopefully you guys didn't mind. But it's a nice topic, man, because I don't want to be on this joint too long. I'm gonna try to do no more than an hour and 30 minutes tops. So y'all definitely smash that like button as y'all come in and out. But I wanted to talk a little bit of BLUEFACE and Chrisean, and I guess BLUEFACE in general, and apparently this whole Offset situation of him smashing Chrisean, him finding out the baby's not his. Like, I don't know anymore if I want to believe if any of this is true or not. So this whole live is alleged and opinionated based, just my thoughts on what's the information that's already been put out there. But to be honest, man, it's kind of weird to me. Like, it almost doesn't seem like real life, because I know for a fact, given certain situations, some baby mamas would have went on and took, you know, I'm gonna just put it this way, them baby mamas definitely different. So he definitely got some, I guess you can say he got some good baby mamas if you want to keep it 100, because it could be a lot worse if you ask me, right? Okay, but we're gonna touch on that. I think I'm gonna start off with the YSL trial update. I believe the jurors was dismissed for the rest of the day. Apparently somebody, one of the co-defendants, got stabbed up in prison. So I want to touch that, which I think they were already serving life regardless. So I don't get it in that whole situation either. And I'm definitely going to start the live off with this one first. But we're also going to touch on Diddy as well. He's losing more, I guess, businesses, like business ships, as we find out more information about what happened with him. So, definitely want to just touch on those three topics tonight, but I guess for a fact, let's just start off with this YSL trial, because I think I was on that last Monday, and to keep it 100, this trial couldn't get more, like, I guess, wilder by the day, man, and I guess it could, but I'm just going to share my screen here real quick, and then I'm just going to go over this article, because I've been trying to want to read this, like, all day. I did post this in the sold out Discord in the music section, so honestly, let me share my screen. Give me like 2 seconds. Boom, right here. Let's see. So we're talking Young Thug RICO trial. Says YSL defendant stabbed in the latest trial attack. So I definitely want to touch on that real quick. Let me check real quick. Y'all smash the like button as y'all come in and out. But so basically, right? Apparently one of the co-defendants have been stabbed up, and I think, I'm curious, like, if he's stabbed up and he's apparently, and I've done just enough research on this just to be dangerous. I'm going to read over this article real quick, but if he's been stabbed up and had to go to the hospital, then, like, why what are they gonna do about the trial? Would this delay things? If anything, in my opinion, and I'm no lawyer and no attorney or anything like that, I would call a mistrial. But I can say honestly, man, from what I've been keeping up with the trial, Thugger's lawyer has been trying his very, very, very best to get a mistrial, which I'm assuming he hopes if he gets a mistrial, the judge would grant him bail while he gets more jurors in on the case. But, you know, we shall see. And all this stuff is like publicized too. So if you think about this makes me think of the YNW Melly case. It was no better. And this one, I thought YNW Melly's case was really, really weird, like, and really different. But Thug's case, definitely, I don't know who to put more on top, you know what I'm saying, of like more wilder events, man. And I don't know if you guys been keeping up, but we're probably going to touch on that a little bit tonight. We got Borge the Ape in the building with the eyes. What up? What up? Y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and out. But let me read through this article real quick. Now, this was published December the 11th, which is today. So this is literally like breaking news, I guess, so to speak, right? So it says, Young Thug and the rest of the defendants in the ongoing Ysl RICO trial got a surprising and scary break-in the proceedings today when news broke that the defendant, Shannon Stillwell, had been stabbed up. Wow. The Slayer in the building says, yo, what up, Slayer? What up? Y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and out, homie. It says, just after the trial opened for today on Monday, December the 11th, Judge Ysl Glanville announced that there had been a medical issue with one of the participants and that the trial was done for the day. He ordered everybody back at 9 a.m. Tuesday, December 12th. The judge ain't cutting no breaks either, man. I mean, not saying he should, but he's definitely reminding me how tough the judge is at the YNW Melly's case too. So these judges know what they're up against, and I'm assuming what they're probably thinking is like these allegations. I would hope that no prosecution would just make all this up. But I mean, again, I don't see how they're going to make anything stick. But at the same time, this trial is also set to go for like several months. And this is like, if I'm not mistaken, this is already like 2 weeks of the trial already. Boris the Ape says, I think the face some froze, brother. Oh, snap. I got y'all. My bad. Appreciate that. Good look. I'm going to come back in a second. Glad y'all can still hear me. But yeah, it should be coming back in a second. I'll make sure we're good. Yeah, there we go. My bad, y'all. Sometimes it just does that from time to time, but I should be good now. Appreciate that, Boris the Ape. Good looking out. Y'all keep it looking out because I'm going to be like, I'm all over the place right now. Usually that would be Dunks' line to catch me when I freeze up. So appreciate that. And good catching on that. Good catch. But it says the trial opened today on Monday. Same the judge announced that. Yeah, I read that one. It says, not long afterwards, the full encounter sheriff police, the sheriff office confirmed to Fox 5 Atlanta that Stillwell had been stabbed up at some point over the weekend. He had reportedly been hospitalized. So interesting. Slayer says, ain't no way the SB Jordan 4 should be number one. Just saw the last live. Complex still taking L's. Appreciate that, Slayer. Yeah, me and Dunks is gonna do our and I know it's slightly off mode, but I know mainly I post sneakers, so we're gonna be all right. Me and Dunks is gonna do our top 5 sneakers of 2023 Saturday. The goal is Saturday. Yeah, Dunks should be in. So Saturday, because he's working overtime tonight, everybody. What up, Manny? Yerp. But yeah, we're going to do our top 5 sneakers of 2023 on Saturday. So that was the goal. Definitely going to see a real list, in my opinion, from the people on the ground. I'll just put it like that. I'm going to be nice about it. Let's see. You can see the Judge Glanville message to the courtroom below. It says, Judge Glanville tells the jury we had a medical issue come up with one of the participants, so we're going to recess for the day. They're back tomorrow morning, but if Stillwell is injured, as reports, the future for this trial is unknown. That's my thing. If he's injured, I'm assuming he's been stabbed up. Even if he gets clear, I mean, he going to still need like a week. And my thing is this week probably would be the last week for the trial until after the holidays anyway. You know what I mean? I would assume so, but don't quote me on that, man. I guess we'll have to see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised if we hear a mistrial tomorrow too, but the judge ain't been letting up though. Stillwell's attorney, Max Scorbert, gave a statement to the WSB TV reporter Michael Sadhan, says, our first concern is Shannon's health, and we hope to speak to him shortly. I will provide any more additional details when appropriate. Thank you. That's how you talk. You know what I mean? Short, simple, straight to the point, but don't give out too much more information. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically how you want it to be. He says, this is not the first time that Still Will has been assaulted since he was arrested alongside Young Thug. Damn, this is not his first time? Dang. Says, this is not the first time that Still Will has been assaulted since he was arrested alongside Young Thug and 27 others in May 2022. He was previously stabbed in July 2022, according to the jail officials. So, homie's got a target on his back or something? Sheesh. Pause. Says, there have been other violent incidents at Fulton County Jail involving Ysl Defendants. Back in February, 3 of Young Thug's co-defendants, Chrisean, and they had Briss as his nickname, so I guess he goes by Briss. Grails over Brick says, sup everyone, what up, what up? Y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and out, my brothers, appreciate that. And yeah, everybody, but yeah, so it's the 3 co-defendants, and he goes by Briss, but his name is Chrisean Enspur. We got Lil Rod, which is Rodarius Ryan, and we got Damone, who goes by Bally, and his last name is Ballock, but I guess they call him Bally. So if I'm gonna just read the nicknames, right, of the people, it's gonna be Briss, Lil Rod, and Bally. Were accused of stabbing a fellow inmate. So it looks like they triple teamed him. The incident came shortly after Ryan was hit with additional charges for delaying proceedings in the trial. So these are some very strong allegations. How do you even, like, in prison, I thought they were very limited to the stuff they could have anyway. But, I mean, where there's a will, there's a way. From what I hear, some people in there can get access to whatever they want, whenever they want, you know. Ryan, who had been described by authorities as an ongoing problem, allegedly spat in the deputy's sheriff's face while awaiting transportation to courtroom on January 23rd. So apparently this dude has spit. That's assault. So that's going to be more charges. Some tells me homie feel like it's not looking good, if I'm assuming, right? I don't know. Board says that corruption goes heavy. Yeah, this is true. This is true. I'm very curious, though, if it's going to make the judge consider, like, calling it a mistrial, because there's no telling how long it's going to take for this dude to get healed up. I'm assuming he's going to want to hear the medical report and then proceed from there, you know? Because the thing is, do you really want to delay the case or mistrial? And you know what I mean? And to be 100, the prosecutor isn't the new prosecutor on the case. She isn't, in my opinion, you know, he's been catching her lacking too, you know, just as well as anybody that's got up in this situation, because it's kind of just messy. You know what I mean? The deputy claimed that Ryan was uncooperative when he asked him to exit the patrol car, leading to him forcibly removing the defendant from the vehicle. In the process, however, Ryan's attorney claimed he was punched in the head and fell onto the sidewalk, resulting in injuries to his legs and hands and head. So the cop is saying the dude wasn't cooperative, right, Ryan? They're saying, his attorney saying they punched him and, you know, pretty much he couldn't do anything. So it's their word against theirs. If they don't have any proof, yet there's not much to really say yay or nay, you know. Ryan was also charged with unauthorized possession of a prohibited item by an inmate in January for his role in the alleged courtroom drug deal involving Young Thug and fellow YSL co-defendant Karif Adams. And I'm assuming that's when they did the little pass-off joint, and then Thug had to hand it right off to the police officer, because like they did it almost right in front of him. So very interesting. That's what we have on this one. I think I also have some more information going up on it right here. Just want to read some more. So it says co-defendant Young Thug's YSL Rico case stabbed in Georgia jail. So yeah, interesting. Now I'm not going to play the video because usually that stuff is pretty much close to like, you know, sometime that'll get the channel blocked down. It says a defendant in the YSL case, we know who it is. Pretty much this courtroom had to be called off. I'm just kind of skimming this one real quick, just making sure I ain't got nothing like too crazy going on or missing anything. It says it was unclear whether Monday's scheduled court proceedings is the case. The bulk of media attention has focused on Young Thug would be impacted by the incident. If they're all on trial, though, and they're co-defendants, I mean, I don't see how they could proceed without the guy. You know, that's just, again, I'm no attorney. I'm no special legal person. Y'all know how many times I don't been to trial or been to court and end up just, honestly, me taking a deal or settling or pleading guilty was probably the smartest thing. And that sounds like trying to fight it all the way. Sometimes you got to outweigh your pros and cons. Says, though it wasn't immediate clear, we read that one, says, would be impacted by the incident. Fulton County Superior Court Judge Granville ultimately confirmed that they would. Okay, so he doesn't know what he really wants. My thoughts on the judge, right? And I really want to be careful with this because, and some of these lyrics obviously didn't age well for Thug, but this is my thing, man. Sometimes you gotta, I don't know. I feel like the judge has no real major control over the courtroom, but I feel like he's getting it there. It's like he's kind of like he's earning, you know, the courage to stand up, you know. But he's also very sarcastic too. You know what I mean? Like he's very like mellow. I don't know, a little chill from what I've seen compared to the judge in the YNW Melly's case. You can tell they don't even challenge. You know what I mean? They don't test that guy, and then when he got to make a call, he makes a call. Says, don't get too comfortable, all right? Judge Glanfield told the jurors Monday morning. Wow. That's how he came at him. He said, he told them, don't get too comfortable, all right? All right? Judge Glanfield told jurors Monday morning, as seen in the 11 Alive streamed video up top, says, we've had a medical procedure come up with one of our participants, so I'm going to have to recess for today. These things happen. So I guess he's not even surprised himself. You know what I mean? Says Glanville proceedings will resume at least in some form on Tuesday morning. Says we'll see how things go that point in time. He said we'll take the week as it comes. So he's just going to take it day by day. May have to be another recess. He's doing, in my opinion, whatever it takes to not get a mistrial. But I mean, because a mistrial doesn't mean necessarily a win. It means you will come back you will be doing it all over again. Like that's YNW Melly's, like it's like starting all over again. I remember when Bill Cosby, his stuff had to be a mistrial at first, and then he ended up having to do what he had to do, and then he took it all the way to the Supreme Court, and you know they tried to. It was pretty much ultimately end in double jeopardy for him. So that's one thing about these type of situations. If they do beat it, they can never bring this up on them again. You know what I mean? That's the one thing that's in favor of the legal system. Does it always happen? No. Usually they do try to do the double jeopardy, but you got to get somebody that's really prepared to fight it all the way. And fighting it all the way, usually take it up to the Supreme Court. And not many attorneys take it that far. I wish they did, though, you know. But taking it up there means more money. I don't know if you guys have ever hired an attorney or anything like that. Just know that the quote-unquote better attorney, and I put that in quotations because I've never had the ones I had were expensive, so I'm gonna word it differently because you never know who you may need again, right? The ones I had were very, very expensive, so if they were the best, I hate to know who's better than them and what they charge. You know what I mean? I'll just put it like that. The nicest way I can put it, because I never know who's really paying attention to me or not. It says, New York Times reporter Joe Koskow says later spoke with the Steel Will's lawyer who said his client is with us and alive, although he made a point to highlight the possible severity of the attack. But I fear that it was serious, and that's what his attorney is saying. The lawyer told him so. Pretty much, this is the guy right here, and of course, the dude I had on the thumbnail. Yeah, everybody looks like they're just kind of like bored and tired of being there. You know what I'm saying? Says, I think he's also known as SB. Interesting. Young Thug's YSL trial delayed by the stabbing of Shannon Stillwell, known as SB, who is accused of 2 murders in the blockbuster Rico case. Spoke to Stillwell's lawyer. He said he is with us. Okay, cool. So kind of just read that. So yeah. So apparently he's in there for 2 double murder. You know what I mean? And double murder means basically, I guess you kill 2 people at the same time type of situation. So usually, you know, double murders, YNW Melly, that's like a double murder situation. We can think back to OJ's case. That was a double murder situation. So, and not to be supportive on like murders or anything negative, but if you have a witness, if you are going to do, right, and this is just, if you have to do what you got to do in certain situations, you really want the least amount of witnesses possible. And I'm gonna tell you the same thing somebody told me, and I ain't gonna tell you why or how or whatever, this, that, and the third. Again, this is all alleged, but I was always told if you gotta handle business, and I'm saying this nicely for YouTube, if you gotta handle business, you gotta take care of the situation completely, because you're gonna have to go to trial, because they're gonna find out as you eventually, or at least accuse you, because you're innocent until proven guilty, even if you don't get a bond or you don't get bail and you have to sit there in jail till your court date. You're still not, jail and prison is two different things. So jail is just that holding place. Now, I don't like that part of the law where you're innocent until proven guilty, but sometimes a judge can't grant you a bail. But anyway, I digress. But I'm saying if you have to handle business, if you catch my drift, you have to go ahead and finish the job completely, because when you go to trial, do you really want to stand next to that person you attempted and let them tell their side of the story, or do you want to tell only your side of the story? So, and at that point, you're going against the prosecution who's done all the research and this, that, and the third, and hopefully have enough evidence to prove that it's you. But that's the kind of trial you kind of really want. You know what I mean? To be honest, if you're going to have all that type of stuff. Let me read through the rest of this article real quick, y'all. I'm making sure I'm not froze or anything like that. Making sure y'all can still do the audio coming through. Cool. We looking good. Making great timing here. Says the YSL RICO trial began in late November with Thug's attorney Brian Steele swiftly bringing a mistrial motion. Yeah, exactly. A mistrial motion after prosecutors intentionally misconduct, as Steele argued that the time prosecutors have not shared all of their displays and opening statements, thus running against a prior order from the judge constituted that the type of misconduct that should result in a mistrial. Fun fact too, guys. One thing I've learned with attorneys, majority of them don't really want to go to trial if they can. So if they got to go to trial, think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody enjoys probably going to court, including the actual attorneys. And even the judge seems like he probably don't want to be there sometimes. You know what I'm saying? He says, how do we violate a court order? Steele said, so yes, I have a serious motion for mistrial. However, Steele's motion was denied. Yes, I do remember that as well. It says, as we pointed out throughout the extensive coverage of the case, the use of the lyrics and criminal arguments is, to put mildly, a slippery slope. Such practices, which are especially apparent in the YSL RICO case specifically, are not only glossy criminalizing one artistic process, but are also used largely against black artists and creators. This is true, man. And I've always, and if Dunks was here, we'd probably play devil's advocate on this one. I've always feel like, you know, it's a gray and slippery slope, just like this article saying about using people's articles to pretty much like, no, using their rap lyrics or their music or their songs against them in a trial. But then again, there are, and I remember me and my coworker, right? We had looked up, it was a certain artist in Texas. I can't remember his name exactly. You may have to look it up a little bit later. He made a song with so detailed that, I mean, yeah, he's not like, it's not, I'm gonna say this, it's not looking good. Sometimes you talk a little too much. You know what I mean? I feel like in Thuggerism case, it's so much wordplay that one thing I will say in their favor, as far as like the, as far as lyrics and as far as just like, with Thugger's situation, I don't know if y'all, and I'm a big Young Thugs fan. I've been listening to him for quite some time, but one thing I can tell you, some of his songs I can listen to a million times and I don't even know what he says. Some of that stuff is pretty mumbled. And then I'm going to share some of these other articles too, as far as like this one I've been kind of like contemplating on going over to. Pretty much Young Thug's lawyer says pushing P is a reference to its YSL trial. Lawyer tells court P means positivity. And that's when Thugger was throwing up one of the signs or whatever, making a P with his hand like so. And I think it's like upside down or something like that. I'm not a gang member, so y'all don't do that. Oh, yeah, it's like this. I think it was doing something like that. But I'm not a gang member or anything, so I don't know. This is just what I seen on the image. But apparently that's a P, but I thought it was an upside down B, but you never know. But I don't think it's fair that they're using lyrics. And I do want to go over what Fat Joe said, because Fat Joe says, I've lied in almost 95% of my songs. Defends Young Thug's lyrics being used against him in a RICO case. This is my thing. I don't, Young or Fat Joe, I don't know. I get what he's trying to do. And maybe a lot of the other artists are starting to slowly speak up so they don't be in the same situation. So I get it, They, at the end of the day, whether these rappers like it or not, they're borderline co-workers. You're just at you do the same, you're in the same field. But at the same time, if y'all are doing tours together or something like that, or y'all could possibly doing a show together, or y'all got a song together, you're borderline co-workers, even if you are on different labels or you're independent, as much of them like to try to claim to be. Let's see, for example, when was the last time you heard about the country artist lyrics or punk band's words being used against them in a criminal setting? This is true. That is a valid question. I'm glad they put that on the article. I don't think I've ever heard a country artist lyrics being used against them or a punk band, but let's just keep it 100. Hip hop and rap have took it to another mainstream level, which is a good thing, but it's a gift and a curse too, because now it is what it comes with the game. But you can think of artists like Luke, Uncle Luke, who used to push the limits, right? But at the same time, he actually took his to trial, so he, you know what I mean? It's a slippery slope. I mean, because I can see both sides, and it's kind of hard to pick whose side you really want to be on. Like, it is creative expression, and you could easily just, and I'm not trying to defend Thug here, but he could easily just be rapping about some stuff you hear in the news. Like, one thing that I've noticed, and my coworkers probably picked up, since everything like closed down in 2020, one of the things that I never ever used to do, and I used to be like, give people a hard time that actually did do this. Well, not necessarily, but I used to be like, man, that's for the older people, was watch the news. Like, honestly, I watch the news, the whole entire time that is on. Yes, some of it's BS, but I watch the whole entire joint until, like, it's informative, but I never paid attention to any of that until now. So that's why a lot of the stuff y'all see me posting in the Sold Out Discord is because literally I'm up here watching the news sometimes while I'm like making videos or editing and stuff like that. I have the news on in the background. So, I mean, but when I think about it, yeah, you never, even if you hear anything negative about other genres of music, that's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to just literally to country artists. I'm not going to say punk artists because, I mean, maybe you have to be in that field and know them, but I mean, everybody knows these guys. They're pretty much mainstream, man. And also, I'm glad that we have the Ghana article up too, because low key, Gunna just been making music, staying low key and staying out the way, bro. And think about it. He took a plea deal and he could possibly be called on to testify against Thug, but I don't think he would, I'm very curious how he would handle it, but I'm going to say you can tell you can tell Thug, he's doing, him and his homies, I think it's six co-defendants that's taking it to trial. I'm going to just say this nicely. You can tell it's not their first time. And you could tell that was Gunna's first time. If he was locked up, he didn't sit long. He got bail. But that's probably the longest he's ever sat. And let me clarify this. Anything other than a day gonna feel like a long time. I'm telling you that right now. If you sit over a weekend, it's gonna feel like a long time. So Gunna, I'm pretty sure, was down, like, until he took his deal, he was in there at least for a minimum of 6 months, man. He held out as long as he could. And who's to say, again, who's to say he didn't get the green light from Thugger to go ahead and just take the deal and we got this type, let the real, OGs handle this situation, whatever it's going to be. But at the same time, you notice Gunna not getting dropped from YSL or anything, like, they still going to eat off of him, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, like it or not, I'm pretty sure Gunna out there holding down the team. Whether you want that to be the person holding down the team or not, look like I froze again. Let me fix it real quick. But whether you want that to be the person down there holding down the team, then it's ultimately gonna be probably your best bet. You know what I mean? So yeah, I should be back. Video coming back. I don't know why I'm freezing, but yeah, Gunna's bringing in the chips. You know what I'm saying? To keep it 100. To end the pro-black art petition is worth checking out. So I guess they do have a petition coming around, as they should. as they should. So let me touch on the Gunna situation real quick. Says Gunna and Young Thug's Pushing P reference in the YSL lawyer tells court P means positivity. The hit track was released in 2022 and features Gunna, Young Thug, and Future. Ironically, you know, Future's not named nowhere mentioned this, but he's also not a part of YSL. You know? It says Gunna and Future's 2022 track Pushing P features Young Thug was mentioned during the second day of the YSL trial. Yeah, I do remember that. Let's see. The Thug's lawyer, Brian Steele, referenced the trend spurring DS4, which singles, that's from Gunna's album, I believe. During an open statement on Tuesday, specifically, he reminded jurors of the phrase history and meaning more than that here. In connection with the prosecution's argument that Thug is seen in a mirror selfie holding up the claim of a blood sign. That's what I was trying to pull up, but they don't have the image in here. And I guess it does probably have it on this article right here. I'm going to play, but I'm going to cut the audio on it, though, because I don't really want to, like, have it go too loud. Let me cut it down real quick, because I already know how it's going to go. But that's the sign right there. That's actually really all I wanted to see. So he's holding up a upside-down P sign, right? But, you know, well, he's holding up an upside-down B sign, but his lawyer saying that's a P sign for positivity for his song, which, to be fair, it sounds funny, but it possibly could be. I mean, like I said, one thing I can tell you about Thug's lyrics, it's hard to decipher them if we're going to keep it 100. Not that it don't flow and it don't go hard, pause, or it don't sound good, but it's hard to decipher them joints. Says, there's nothing wrong with holding up a blood sign, but that's not a blood sign. Oh, wow. His lawyer straight G for this one. He says, there's nothing wrong with holding up a blood sign, but that's not a blood sign. That is a P, Steele said. Jeffrey's fingers are down. And what you'll learn is that Jeffrey's just released with Sergio Kitchens, that's Gunna's real name, everybody, a performer known as Gunna, a song that is widely popular around the globe. It's called Pushing P, and it's positivity. It means a circumstance you're in. If you're think positive about something, you can make it through. You're pushing positivity. To be honest, though, as a stretch as that sounds, that's really kind of what the song is. It can mean a lot of things, actually. But I thought it was always like keeping it player, which basically that is keeping it. To be honest, he didn't lie, you know? And I'm not trying to defend nobody's sides here, but he didn't lie, because if you think about it, I thought it was like just keeping a player, but keeping a player, I mean, is just being positive about a bad situation. Like, that's how a player moves. Like, a player can make the best out of a bad situation. And I'm not here to defend anybody, but that's the truth. Whenever, you know, I know of some players where they just, even if they like slipped up this, that, and the third, they can make it cool. You know what I mean? You could be walking and they trip and they, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's really the true meaning. Says Steele was making a larger point about the prosecution handling of the case, which seemed some of Thug's art being used against him ahead of the trial. Kevin Lyles and Julie Groen launched on the petition and aimed at limiting the use of lyrics in the criminal case, ultimately garnering more than 933 signatures, or 93,000 signatures. So they got over 93,000 signatures on this, pretty much to stop the use of lyrics. As you've known, currently in Georgia, multiple artists being to the Young Stoner Life records, including celebrated artists like Young Thug and Gunna, are facing more than 50 allegations, including RICO charges, which claim the record label is a criminal gang. The two said in a joint statement in June of last year. The allegations heavily rely on the artist's lyrics. The prosecution claim are over evidence of conspiracy. So, I don't think the lyrics are going to, in my opinion, though, even that they are using the lyrics against them, I don't think that's going to be enough to, in my opinion, stick. You know, that's just my opinion on it. Borge in the building says, so what they are able to use lyrics to prosecute are not anymore. They are. They're still able to. Some states, I think, are slowly trying to get that out of the way. But right now, the prosecution, that petition is trying to get enough people, like, basically look at it as like enough people, basically enough signatures should put it in the right person's face to each, like, take in consideration of, like, should we be using lyrics? You know? Because, to be honest, just like this next article say here, Fat Joe says he's lied in almost 95% of my songs, right? So he's almost lied in 95% of his songs. So defends Young Thug's Amit lyrics being used against Rico. But, the prosecution said, well, if that's, don't say it then. But, like, again, I'll bring myself up for an example. If I was to make a rap song off all the stuff that I see happening locally in my area, that don't mean I did it. You know what I mean? But, again, Young Thug didn't say, all his stuff is really kind of indirect too. So if they can't really, I'm gonna put this, and then also I have seen, and I've been watching this trial like hands on and hands off. I've also seen in a trial where the prosecutions are getting the lyrics wrong themselves that they're trying to quote. And some of them you can tell like they just genuinely like the song, but they got to do their job. So we're going to see how this goes for sure. But I just wanted to touch on this a little bit. Pretty much the defendant right now, I'm very curious how, this is my thing too. Tomorrow's going to be set the tone for the rest of the week, because I'm very curious if they're going to continue on, if they're just going to continue on or just wait till after the holidays. It's going to be a tough call. So, been on this joint going on almost an hour. So I think we've covered this one enough. Now I'm going to just go over the Diddy situation, and then we're going to close out with BLUEFACE and Big Sean, or not Big Sean, but we're going to Chrisean, BLUEFACE, Offset. I know Offset and Cardi B are no longer together, so a lot of things I do want to touch on now. I know that's going to take up a good bulk of the show, but let's talk Diddy real quick. Just want to give a quick update on Mr. Diddy, man. And ironically, I'm surprised at Dunk's stances on this lately, and if he was here, Dunks is not the biggest fan of Diddy, but at the same time, he knows BS when he see it. So at this point, I could see why Dunks is like, man, if I feel like this is coming a little bit unfair. So of the latest article right here, it says Diddy reportedly loses several business partnerships following sexual assault allegations. So says Diddy has reportedly lost our numerous business partnerships after being accused of sexual assault in 4 separate lawsuits. Says in total, 18 companies have served ties with the Bad Boy Records founder latest project Empower Global, which is an e-commerce site which focus on black-owned brands. So Diddy's, it's honestly, this is the perfect example of when it rains, it pours, right? And while Diddy do got money and he should be okay, but in theory, I don't know about y'all, right? And I'm gonna use myself for an example. The more money you make, most likely the more you're gonna spend or the more you're gonna increase your lifestyle. So I'm pretty sure Diddy's feeling these, okay, cool. He lost the Ciroc stuff, but he's got all these other 18 business. Like that's another thing. All these 18 companies that work ties with him are cut now. That means some of the check is going to slow up a little bit. So we're going to, he's going to feel it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he ain't got nothing saved off to the side, but a lot of these like celebrities stuff is their net worth is not the physical cash they have in hand, right? And net worth is what is cash, a little bit of cash versus all the stuff they have in value, right? And I see that I froze again, but I'm gonna fix that. Give me like 2 seconds. Appreciate y'all for bearing with me on the freezing. But basically what that means is their net worth is all the stuff they own all together, right? So it's like their homes, their cars, clothing, a little bit. And also, let's make this clear. The net worth we hear is not always super accurate too. I've heard from several artists speaking publicly that, yeah, the stuff that y'all are finding, as far as net worth wise, that's nowhere near what I'm worth, or it could be either, meaning it could be less, it could be more. So I'm very curious what he's actually worth, but at the same time, it's also none of my business. 'Cause I don't like people kind of digging in my pocket, so to speak, but a lot of this stuff is public knowledge as well. But let me read through the rest of the article real quick. It says, in a report by Rolling Stone, numerous partners cited the allegations against Diddy as a reason for withdrawing from the venture, right? So a lot of people have seen like all these allegations against him. Pretty much, even if they're not true, they just don't want to be affiliated with it right now. Like it could be so many other things, right? And the thing is, if they think you stick around with him, then they may think you support him. But at the same time, my thing with Diddy's situation is, it's only been civil, right? It hasn't been criminal to the best of my knowledge, right? It's been civil, which civil basically means they're going after money. And I think, right, and I hope I'm quoting this some way right, and I may be paraphrasing this a little wrong, but RIP to the great Johnny Cochran, which is a very successful attorney. He used to say, if you settle once, you know what I mean, they're going to keep kicking you, keep going at you until, if they feel like you're settled, more people are just going to come at you. So sometimes you have to fight it and you can't settle. I think it always just varies on case to case, if you ask me. But did he settle that case? Because I guess he was like, cool, let's get, some businesses tell you like, hey, do what you got to do to make it disappear. So he paid that, settled that, and then more people started coming down the pipeline. Also keep in mind, and I can't speak for everybody, but hey, the economy right now, it could be better. So everybody got their hand out somewhere. You know what I mean? Let me read through the rest of the article real quick. It says, Antoinette, founder of handbag brand House of Tukara, cited Cassie's initial lawsuit against Puff, which was filed last month and settled adequately the following day. Okay, so yeah, that's another thing too. It's one thing settling after months, years, blah, blah, reaching a deal, letting it quiet down. But the next day, that's like everybody considers that a quote unquote red flag. I don't, but at the same time, I can see why somebody could consider that a red flag. The decision was made on the day of the Cassie filed her lawsuit. She said, we're taking the allegations against Mr. Combs very serious and find such behavior inherent and intolerable. So, yeah, maybe Diddy, it could be one of those, he got tired of playing games because, he's trying to always level up. And sometimes, I guess if you don't do it on the pace they want you to do it, things like this could happen. Like I said, I don't know if any of this stuff is true against Diddy, but I will say he's doing the right thing. Just staying quiet and letting the stuff play out the way it be. Now, I have seen 50 taking shots at him. In my opinion, Fifth, I know that's what you do, but you've also been in some lawsuits as well, bro. I understand you joking, or he could be serious. I feel like, hey, let's tone it down a little bit, but I feel like that's just how 50 is. But at the same time, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? 50, if you haven't learned from back in the day from your lawsuits, you might want to chill out a little bit, brother. Let me read the rest of the article. It says, Leonard Gaynor of No One's Clothers added, while the decision was difficult due to the reherence we once held with Mr. Combs as a leader in business and entertainment, it was clearly the correct choice. Let's see. Board says the companies probably want to cut Diddy off to keep more profit. But they don't want their name attached to anything negative either, which could ultimately still hurt their pockets as well. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a lose-lose situation for them because obviously if you got a deal with Diddy, clearly he's bringing in more. He should be, in theory, if you hire somebody like him, he's supposed to be bringing in more bread for you. You know what I'm saying? That's what you would think. So maybe that's why they don't want to it's probably bittersweet. Now, some of these companies probably like, well, he wasn't doing nothing anyway in the way anyway. So again, it could be both sides. So I can see what you're saying, Borge. Let me read through the rest of the article real quick. Says owner of, it says Ashley, and I'm not even going to pronounce that last name. Says owner of the skincare brand Tashari also says she was looking to exit her partnership with Diddy as a woman-owned and led company. We do not and will not linger in a gray area about the mistreatment of women. So, and I don't know, you know what I mean? Again, there's been more than one person coming out saying this stuff about Diddy too, man. So, I mean, it's different when it's just one person and multiple people. Again, I am a person that believe where there's smoke, there's fire. But at the same time, I do feel like it could be somebody just looking for some cash grabs. Because, again, I, as a company, right, I don't know what I would do, but it would make me think out loud to myself, like, why are they coming after this man only civilly? You know, can we get some criminal charges? Because the thing is, even if, right, even if Diddy takes all his cases to trial with these civil suits, I think and just correct me if I'm wrong, in my opinion and alleged, even if he takes all this to trial, he still could be like, he's just gonna have to pay money. You know, it's not criminal where if he loses, he could go to prison or go to jail. This is one of those, like, he just has to pay. So even if he lost, it's like he just got to pay some money, which it'd be a lot of money, something you don't want to do. It says over 60 brands exited on the Empire Global, which was launched in 2021. One company owner defended Diddy's adamant the mounting accusation, saying, please leave this man alone. I agree. That's how I feel. Like, y'all, like, this is my thing, too. You need to know the difference between whether, and I'm not saying any of these people are or aren't, but you need to know the difference between, like, if you was a victim or if you was really, that stuff really happened. Because it's one thing, right? If you, and I'm going to use this for an example to everybody. I'm not defending Diddy and I'm not saying this will happen, but who's to say that, like, some of these women that, quote unquote, he messed with this and the third, they wanted to at the time. And then they probably look back on it later and be like, man, I hate I ever did that. Now that so-and-so is speaking up, I'm going to speak up too. You know what I mean? Like, no, you were moving how you were moving back in the day. It's one thing if he forced you, and it's another thing if he asked you and you of age and you pulled up and y'all like got on the same level, so to speak. And I'm saying this is very nice and very like lightly, right? Y'all got on the same level and things happen, and then you ain't say nothing about it for like 4-5 years, and then, you know, or 10 years. One of them's been over 10 years. And then all of a sudden you see one person speak out and be like, hey, yeah. And this is kind of the Me Too movement. And I'm not taking shots at that, because if you really are a victim, you really are a victim, and hopefully justice is sought for you. But some people, and I'm not saying any of these people are, but some people do tend to, you know, just strike while the iron's hot, you know. And Diddy's the biggest name at the time, and they're like, man, if he's willing to pay her. Think about this. If I was to sue Diddy, and like, say I sued Diddy for $5 million, and he'd be like, you know what? I don't got time to play with this BS and this, that, and the third. And he cuts me. He's like, man, just cut a check for like, see if they'll just take $40,000 and we call it a day. I'm going to take it. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, cool, it's over. This takes care of my attorney fees, and I'm coming with a little bit of bread. You know what I'm saying? That's just my like thoughts on that too. Just saying, it's not saying this is what these people are doing, but it's definitely something to think about. I'm gonna put it like that. It says Diddy has yet to comment on the report, but has repeatedly denied any allegations of the criminal wrongdoing and claims of you know what. I don't want to say that part because YouTube really be freezing, really be locking these lies up. Says last week he issued a statement on social media about the lawsuits writing, and this is what I want to cover too, because I agree with this one though, because I said this in the Sold Out Discord as well. Enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation, and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday, and this is Diddy. And of course, I'm assuming this is Diddy where it's paraphrased by his lawyer, right? And his lawyer probably gave him a statement. I don't even want to know how much that man getting paid. He says, let me be absolutely clear. And he said, I did not do any of those awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. Like I said, I feel like there's a gray area. He probably was partying pretty hard. But at the same time, I feel like I just can't see the man hold nobody against his will or against their will, but I don't know. Because we've heard some very, very interesting stories about Mr. Diddy. Again, don't mean any of it's true at all. Just going to throw that out there. It says, in the wake of the allegations, the mogul also stepped down from his position of chairman at Revolt, the TV network he founded in. Yeah. So, yeah, he founded this network, and he's stepping down. Like, he's just getting his name up so all the other companies can still flourish. Just because he stepped down as chairman, I think he still owns it, so he's still going to get paid. You know? I'm no genius. Again, not counting the man's pockets, but I'm almost positive he's still gonna get a little. Still got to get a check. You know what I mean? So yeah, 18 companies flee Sean Combs' latest business allegations mount. Yeah, so that pretty much is what that article covers. Now this one, like I ain't gonna try to spread it all the way to read the full story because I don't want to describe. I don't want to subscribe to it, but also I do want to go over this article that I did find when I was doing research for the live tonight. It says Rick Ross, Diddy, R Lyric resurfaces following the allegations. And I'm reading this stuff in between because, like I said, certain words on YouTube you just cannot absolutely say. If you do, they will definitely flag your stream. Says, and I'm very curious what lyric this was, by the way. So I definitely want to read through this article, and then after this, we're gonna close things out with the BLUEFACE, Chrisean, Offset, and what's his other baby mama name? Can't even think her name, but yeah, we're gonna put. I think it's Alexis or something like that. So yeah, we're going to cover that in just a few minutes. Let's see. It says a Rick Ross lyric from 2009 that made assumed to be about Diddy's business history has resurfaced recently, with many wondering if there was more to it and meets the eye. I highly doubt it. Again, this is another gray area, just like the YSL case about should lyrics be used against a person, especially back in the day, man. I'm gonna put it this way, right? And Dunks probably remembers this time. If he was here, he'd probably be laughing right now. It was times where I hung out with an individual and got ready to rap. And before I got ready to rap the stuff I rapped, I wouldn't even, no way. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't rapping on a level of like Diddy or what Young Thug them rapping on. But the stuff I was speaking on was like, I hadn't even, no way. It was just catchy. You know what I mean? So sometimes you just say stuff that rhymes and sounds good. Granted, this probably doesn't sound good if it's talking that type of talk. But says the line appears to be on Boss track, and they saying Boss. Magnificent, a John Legend collaboration that is about Rick Ross' business success with the line like, let's see, I made a transaction from the thieves to the biggest executives Def Jam's ever seen. I don't think anything's wrong with that, but we're going to see what Puffy says. The Slayer says, not going to lie, Diddy gives me weird vibes. I mean, yeah, I'm going to say, the stuff that 50's putting out there, it's not helping. That's all I'm going to say. It says, at the end of the song, Ross raps, the game never changed, money's still a focal, but it's time to R the game like Puffy did Total. Oh, wow. Okay, that's the lyric. That's the part. I didn't even really pay attention to it. Like, I just was vibing to the song. But yeah, he says, but it's time to R the game like Puffy did Total. But if I had that didn't age well. But I'm assuming he meant like financially. You know what I mean? I think he was talking money. You know what I mean? He's not talking like physically like that. I think he's just talking money. I mean, that's my thing. It's just however you want to interpret the lyrics. But I'm saying, to me, I think Ross was just talking money. He says, given the context of the song, it was a line many thought was about an explosive financial relationship between R&B group and their label, Diddy's Bad Boy Records. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he took over like a bad deal. It says, Total sang on some of the label's biggest songs, including Notorious B.I.G.'s Juicy. The group released albums with the label in 1996 and 1998 that went platinum and gold, respectively. It says, once allegations, y'all know I'm skipping over certain words, against Diddy, first from the former Bad Boy artist Cassie and then from multiple other women surfaced, some began wondering if Ross' lyric may have been about more than shady content. I highly doubt that, and I feel like him and Ross are quote-unquote buddies, so I don't think that's what it's about, but also did not age well, just to keep it 100. Joel, the teacher in the building, says, what's good, Jeremy? This is my account now. I used to be Elon Borde, bruh. Puff me. Okay, cool. Got you. So you had to switch up. You tried to switch up the account. Cool. Got you. Says Puff needs to do like the Keanu Reeves and hover him arm in the pictures. Some of these females out for blood. Yeah, they out for something, and they all going for the shmoney, man. So again, If these allegations are true, hey, pay up and do what you got to do. But at the same time, I feel like it is a gray area. It says, with all this Diddy stuff going on, I'm surprised nobody pulled up that Rick Ross bar from Magnificent when he said, but it's time to R the game like Puffy did. Total wrote The Absorber. It says, I need to know what Rick Ross meant when he said it. It's time to R the game. This is my thing. Like, he just probably was talking financially. And I'm pretty sure if they go back and try to ask Ross this, Ross is another person too. From what I've seen from the outside looking in, the guy uses a lot of, like, you know what I mean? He talks to Bob Marley a lot, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. So ain't no telling what he was doing when he was in the studio. Ross and Diddy have been close for well over a decade, with the Miami rapper even looting Puff's business acumen in interviews. So yeah, that's like a lot of people definitely listens to that. Now I'm not gonna put, like, because Ross has a lyric out here too, and I see they got that one. I'm not even gonna read that one because he was under that when he had to deal with Reebok. I'm gonna read this real quick, and then we're gonna go ahead and transition to Offset and BLUEFACE and all them real quick. It says the lyric in question says, "I put you know what all in her champagne. She ain't even know it. Took her home, and I enjoyed that. She ain't even know it," which has previously been criticized for alleged promoting R. So again, these sometimes the guys take it a little too far, but to be honest, right? If we're gonna talk lyrics, if we're gonna be fair, I saw it just froze on me real quick. But if we're gonna be fair, if we're gonna use the guys' lyrics against them, females' lyrics should be used up against them too, because some of the way these females, let's just be nice, right? Some of these females rap extremely, extremely aggressive, right? We're gonna say it nice. Should we say, like, if a person's rapping, if a female's rapping, they do XYZ and they did XYZ, does that mean it actually happened? Nobody questions the female stuff if it's true or not. I mean, we do, but it's kind of like we say it and then keep it moving with the rest of our life, right? Now this stuff is coming back to hunt a lot of people. But anyway, man, let's transition the last little 15 minutes of the live to this BLUEFACE and Chrisean Rock situation. And apparently, I think I'm going to start right off with the Offset situation. Says, Offset denies BLUEFACE claim that he banged Chrisean Rock. Now, I'm going to be fair about this, right? Chrisean Rock, when she takes care of herself and she's not super, like, heavily influenced, and that's the nicest way I can say it, she's a very attractive girl, you know what I mean? But I can't see Offset talking to her or even, you know what I mean? But then again, he doesn't have the best track record either. But again, he's been married, and apparently him and Cardi B has been married for 6 years, and they finally have split. Cardi B, I seen that just came out, I want to say like the other day, says, I'm single, splits with Offset. But I can't even take this all the way serious, because how many times we've seen them like make up and break up all the time? You know, again, I've also seen it when I was watching the news earlier, is one thing about this is, while they may be quote unquote split or on a break, they're still legally married. So y'all still together in my eyes until the paperwork is gone, you know? And I'm assuming, ain't no telling, because you know Cardi has said it and then she's come back, but she says she's a single woman once again. But until your name off that contract with them, I think I look at y'all still together. Now, it doesn't help that this is being floating around. Again, Offset has denied this. And I honestly, it's like nobody at all. And then out of nowhere, BLUEFACE claims Offset slept with Chrisean Rock, something she seemed to be denying, and he was most certain calling BS. This admit his last issue with Cardi B. Okay, cool. Trying to freeze again on me. But yeah, so ultimately, right, this is really catch me off guard. Look like we got Ange H in the building. Says, hi, all. What up? What up? Y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and out, man. Appreciate that. I don't know. Sometimes I have the perfect smooth screen, and then sometimes the joint just go crazy, but it is what it is. We're going to push through it. Another 15 minutes. Says, the rapper made an allegation online Sunday. His ongoing feud with Chrisean, with the latest hurdle between them now being that their child together, which Blue just announced the other day, was not in fact his. He alleged for confirmation. Apparently he did do like a DNA test on a child, and it's not his. And you can do one, and it's a thing, right? And I highly doubt they take it this far. You can get the DNA test done without going to court. But if you go to court, they're gonna make you do another one, because even if you do one, it's not gonna hold up. You'll have to go to like the official like proceedings of the judge. You know what I mean? From what I've seen. Man with the Kick says Offset is a wild boy to Wham Blueface baby mama. Hey, to keep it 100, what's the other one? What's his other baby mama name? Alexis Guy? No, not Alexis Guy. What's her other name? I gotta look her up. No, it's Jaden. It's Jaden. Jaden Alexis. I think it's Jaden Alexis. Hey, to keep it 100 though. Hey, and I ain't off the drink or nothing like that. She don't look bad, bro. She don't look bad. She don't look bad to me. Ann says Team Chrisean. Okay. She has been going through a lot though. But she is a little out of control, you know, in my opinion. So it says Blueface had tweeted, I guess he says, so y'all ain't F Cardi husband November 10th at 4 a.m. at their house in LA. I'm making this up. So seems like Blueface got sounds like he has a receipt, if you ask me, right? That's what it sounds like. He has a receipt. He's saying that with a lot of confidence. Again, we don't know if any of this is true or alleged, but he seems very confident. He says, on the heels of that drama, Blue tweeted out, being tatted on a you know who is not a flex. You literally effed up Cardi B. You literally effed Cardi B's husband a couple weeks ago. Tired of N-words looking at me while they effing you. Get the rest of them gone ASAP, please. So I'm very curious if this is true. Offset, again, doesn't have the best track record. And again, it's not helping that they are on a break. And says he better be confident after saying that, in my opinion. I agree. He definitely has to be confident, because that's somebody's husband. It'd be different if you're saying like she's sleeping with XYZ and that person's not married or not in a relationship. Then it is what it is. He says it looks like Chrisean is tweeting back at Blueface right now and saying it ain't true, to which Blue responded with specific dates and times. So you ain't F Cardi B's November 10th at 4 a.m. in their house in LA. I'm assuming he's probably saw some message on her phone or something to say, this is my thing, people. I've always been told if more than one person know, it's no longer like a secret. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want something, but this is a thing. If that stuff happened, it requires two. So maybe Offset keeping his mouth closed, but Chrisean don't look like she can keep a secret to save her life, you know, just from the outside looking in. But again, we don't know if it's true. She's denying it. Offset has also come out and said, I ain't never talk or touch that lady. Real talk, man, you need some help. I can agree with Offset's statement. They do need all of them need some help, from Blue to Chrisean. And I can honestly say when him and Chrisean was together, bro, like it wasn't a day I didn't see like they wasn't under the influence of something, right? That was definitely a kind of toxic relationship, if you ask me. Let's see. Well, Offset chimed in on the back and forth, and he's saying, yeah, Blue is making it up. Offset wrote in direct response to one of Blue's tweets, I ain't never talk or touch that lady. Real talk, man, you need some help. To that, Blueface appears to have replied and said, this, if the truth tears you down, you live in a shameful lie. And if you feel bad for you, cuz I ain't never gonna lie on my D. If you ain't hit, I'm gonna admit it on SY. So again, Blue is very confident. So he has strong speculation to believe it happened. Why, I don't know. So I mean, obviously, only thing that's left, if he got some hardcore receipts. So I hope them two wasn't, if it did happen, I hope for a fact they didn't wasn't and I hope they didn't do take any proof, like photos or videos or anything, because that's another thing too. So again, but this also just coming out, but also it still doesn't help, because Cardi B said they've been single for quite some time. She just now kind of putting it out to the public. So interesting. Chrisean Rock says, you over there trying to crack NLE Chopper baby mama. She dubbed you. You got no rich boy. So yeah, they're basically telling on each other. I did see this floating around as well, where that I guess Blue and NLE Chopper is pretty much going back and forth now. Man, is if any of this is true, it seems like everybody's just sharing everybody is what it sounds like, and that's the nicest way I can put it. It says, let's talk about how I saw you know what in your I'm not gonna say that on YouTube in your most recent search history, and that's why I honestly got the cover up, bro. I had Zesty on neck. I had Zesty N-word on my neck. Nothing wrong with being you know what. Just let B know before she fall in love, weirdo. I don't think Blue is any of that. This just sounds like an upset couple fighting. You know what I mean? Let's see, Ange got the rose on here. Cool, appreciate that. Yeah, I did. She did do a rose on her throat, like pause, but she did cover it up. I did see that. I always found it a little funny that she got a whole, like, I know I got portraits all over me, so I really can't talk. But I mean, I don't know if I would do my whole, like, if I was in a relationship, if I had a boo, I don't know if I'd tap my whole boo's face on me. But, and especially like slap dab right there on the neck. Like, I was like, man, she ain't gonna never get that fixed. But whoever did, you can still kind of see it, but they did do a decent job. Where you, honestly, if you don't know, you probably won't be able to tell. But also, you got to keep in mind that I had a cover up done on one of my tattoos, and then as it aged, you're gonna have to probably get them to do it all over again, because if it aged, sometimes you can still see the stuff. It just depends. It says, you just crashing out, making up ish is what Chrisean Rock said. But the one calling to see if I started it yet, Azul go to bed. So that's right there. As Chrisean, who's been feuding a lot with BLUEFACE lately, especially pertaining to her baby boy, she threw out her own allegations at him, including claims that she seen BLUEFACE internet search history on late, saw some you know what results, which he's denied. She's of course all denied. His offset saying you just crashing out, making ish up. So yeah, very, very interesting. And this is too, I'm glad I'm finding the TMZ article too, even though they probably don't want me to use their stuff. But it is basically confirming everything that I just was saying that was kind of making me speculate this. I like Cardi B and Offset as a couple, so I hope they do figure it out. Hopefully try to get some marriage counseling. If they've been together for 6 years, 2 kids in, and see, this is the type of thing where I wouldn't be surprised if they make up and then they have another baby, you know? Because sometimes it's how it is. And I will tell you, that makeup, you know what? Be a different ball game, just to keep it 100. If you make up with somebody, it's always great it's always great for that moment anyway. Ann says, I do too. Hopefully it gets worked out. I hope so too. Just sounds like they just need to sit down and talk, a little bit of frustration. Especially, I would feel like they could at least push through the holidays, man. Christmas is right around the corner. This got 2 kids. He got 3 kids outside of that. So what, that's 5 kids for him. Get all the kids together, man, y'all. And she don't seem like the type to be on some like, and again, keep in mind, nobody's filed for divorce to the best that we know. So they could just be taking a quick break. Looks like we just got a new subscriber in the building. It was Borge the Ape just subscribed. Appreciate you for subscribing, homie. Really means a lot. Y'all smash that like button. I'm gonna be on this joint for like another 5 minutes because look like we've covered this one. I also was gonna point out another things too. This is BLUEFACE baby mama, Jaden Alexis, right? Honestly, I think she's super attractive. Now, she had some work done, but apparently BLUEFACE admitted he only proposed to her just to make her happy. Now, I have seen also in a video where Jaden, Alexis, and Chrisean was chilling in the same spot. Just want to throw that out there. Don't really have to go over this one because that really kind of just what that just covered. And then we also covered the tattoo cover up. Let me see if it actually has a picture on here. She's showing when it actually got done. Okay, she got a new boo tatted on her, by the way, which is Kevin. Want to throw that out there. And this one right here, let me see if I can just play it with the audio, if I can catch the audio real quick. Like kind of muted because I don't really want to get it. So, yeah, she got a lot of work done, but I think the person did a good job. I think that's a pretty dope cover up. Let me see if I can just pause the joint right there. Yeah, so that's the cover up of the tattoo, everybody. If just in case if y'all were curious, that's a tattoo. You can still see some of the hair of BLUEFACE in the back, but again, overall, if anything, the only thing the guy could do is make the rose darker, which my rose, right? Well, I got a lotus flower on my throat, so it's a common tattoo. Mine is really dark compared to the rest of them around it. But yeah, very interesting. Man with the Kick says, pause, Dame Dash voice. What I say, bro? Ann says, I'll sub, just seen you was live and read the title. Do I just realize I wasn't subbed? Okay, yeah, it's all good, man. Sub up definitely really goes a long way. Man with the Kick says, welcome to the squad. And most definitely, man. Welcome. We do Music Mondays on Monday. Normally, me and Dunks is on here, so hopefully you've checked back some of the playbacks. But yeah, I think the cover up is pretty nice. I feel like whether her and Blueface stayed together anyway, I feel like that was I feel like she should have been in that. But also, and I probably know too much about her at this point, but don't she also has like his name tatted over her, you know what, on the lower abdomen of her body? I think she has his name tatted there. I'm curious if she covered that. But then it's not good to mark yourself with other people's name. Now it says Kevin with the heart. I can't tell nobody what to do with their own body, but my thing is this. I've been in like relationships where people were saying like we should get like name tattoos. That's like I've always just been known that that's been like a jinx. That if you tat your significant other's name on you, even though you feel like it ain't never end, this and the third, it's kind of like a jinx. I've seen people go all the way with portraits and stuff like that and had to get a cover up. You remember when, who was it? Nick Cannon tatted Mariah's name in big bold letters across his back and then had to get that joint covered up? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I can't tell nobody what to do, but yeah. Let me touch on the last little bit of this Cardi B situation real quick, and then we're going to wrap things up here for tonight. I think I kind of did read through some of this real quick. Let me see. Right here. I think this is it here. Now that's interesting about Blueface. Blueface allegations here and the fact that Offset and Cardi B do in fact appear to be going through more difficult times. As she begins to implying she's over him, seemingly referring to him as dead right and straight up unfollowing him. So they don't, and of course, I feel like that shouldn't be determining factor if somebody's not together or not. If you see somebody unfollow each other on social media, y'all know me, I don't even really use my social media for real. So if somebody I was talking to made that assumption that we ain't cool because I ain't following them, just hit my phone, bro. It sounds like they just need to sit down and have a conversation and talk. Says she hasn't clarified exactly the problem, but considering his history of alleged infidelity, which that's the nicest like way to say like cheating, something tells us it might be that, especially with the latest development. So yeah, a lot to take in on this one. Of course, we did the DNA test joint. I did cover this. I'm not going to read through all of this because I am going to start wrapping things up here. Chrisean is, I don't know. I want to say this, and let me put myself back on the main screen. Boom. This is what I want to kind of end things off. And I could be wrong with this whole Blueface and Chrisean and Jaden Alexis situation. Keep in mind they do have that Zeus Network stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of this stuff is being, I'm not saying it's not true or if it is true, but I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of this stuff is being filmed for the show. But then again, the Cardi B and Offset situation makes me think this actually could be real. But then again, Offset could not be in any way, shape, or form probably messing with her while he's married. But then again, ironically, right, and I'm going to just throw this out there, food for thought, doesn't mean it's true. Wouldn't it be messed up if any of that stuff lied the truth and why they're in that situation? You know what I mean? But then again, if she's got a whole nother dude tatted on her, she's really going to be talking to Offset, if you catch my drift, on the side. And there are some females out there that like that, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? She seems like, this is my thing with Chrisean. One thing that I picked up on her is that she's a ride or die for her man. So like if she mess with you, I feel like she gonna make it public. Everybody gonna know you with her. I don't think she's going to, and I see that I froze real quick, but I don't think you're gonna notice. I don't think she's gonna let you be a behind the scenes type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep it 100. I don't think she's gonna let you be I'm gonna keep my boo to myself. I mean, if she's tatting other people on her, some tells me if it was true that she did mess with Offset, I wouldn't be surprised to see an Offset tattoo or some way, shape, or form. She would tell on herself. That's just how I feel about it. So that's why I feel like it's borderline probably not true, right? But again, I don't know. All this is alleged. This whole live is alleged, says Ann, says Manny, thank you. But yeah, man, been on this joint for an hour and 30 minutes. I got to definitely get some more content out. Got to get some work done for sure. We about to wrap things up here for the night. Let's see. Ann says, I don't think she's messed with Cardi, man. That'd be stupid. Yeah, he's too well known. And I'm not saying there aren't ladies out there that do it or don't do it. But I just don't think I wouldn't be surprised if she did. But I'm saying if she did, I feel like she would, she can't keep a secret or anything. I don't think she would keep her mouth closed about it. That's all I'm saying. And that's just where I stand at it. But again, BLUEFACE also appears like he feels like he has some form of proof. And I'm going to just leave it at that. But other than that, man, I've been on this joint for an hour and 31 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here for tonight. This was definitely a good, smooth transition when we covered Young Thug and the latest stabbing and what happened in the YSL case. Also, we touched on a little bit of Diddy pause about what's going on as he loses more of his business. Look like 18 of them allegedly has just pretty much cut ties with him. But I have a feeling Diddy's gonna make a very, very major comeback. Sometimes a major setback is for a major comeback. So Diddy may be slightly down right now, but he's not out. And I'm gonna say this too about Diddy. We all make $1 million, whether we have $1 million on us or at the Capitol. In our lifetime, we're gonna spend over $1 million because that's just what it takes to live. So I say all that to say, everybody makes $1 million by accident. You can't make multiple millions by accident. So again, if any of that stuff is true about Diddy, do what you gotta do. But again, I feel like there's definitely a gray area about it, but we'll see as that story more develops. Also, let's close things out with this Chrisean and BLUEFACE and Jaden and Alexis. I don't know if this stuff is all for a show or if it's all part of real life. And somehow Offset, he was the last person I was going to think that was going to get tied into this. Manny says, we need to see the proof of BLUEFACE ASAP, no Rocky. Exactly. That's where if he has a proof, let it out. And now he's going back with NLE Chopper trying to get at his baby mama. So it's all one big mess, man. And again, it's till the next greatest episode we shall see. I have a feeling we'll see more stories develop. Definitely probably haven't heard the last of Chrisean Rock for sure. I know that. But other than that, let's wrap things up for the night. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love. Y'all smash the like button. Really goes a long way. Sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already. And if you are new, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and I make content about sneakers, occasional try-on hauls, and this is Music Monday. I definitely enjoyed this one as well. Sign up for that Sold Out Discord. The link is pinned up at the top of the chat, and it is free to sign up. Keyword free, right? Okay, I don't be trying to, rob anything like that, and I ain't judging nobody at all, but it is free to sign up. But other than that, I will be back on Wednesday. Dunk should be back on there, and keep in mind, Saturday, we're going to be doing the top 5 sneakers of 2023, me and Dunks, but we will be back Wednesday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. Definitely more content on the way, so y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel, man, and definitely going to close things out for tonight. And again, man, I'll see you guys again on Wednesday, man. Peace.
December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can